Bush on the beat.
Right, 17 August 2025, and today I want to give you the update that was supposed to come at 4 p.m. So today we had a meeting, so I could not give you an update on the coup announcement, which took place last week. And I know many of you want to know what has happened, what has been happening, and what is the latest on that coup announcement by Assistant Inspector Simbarashe Mandizvidza. So I want to unpack for you what has happened and where we are now. So there is more information that has come out regarding his arrest and other people that have been arrested. So the police in Zimbabwe believe that this announcement by Simbarashe Mandizvidza, or Assistant Inspector Simbarashe Mandizvidza, commonly known as Sibling, was not an isolated event and was not working alone. So the Zimbabwe Republic Police and other security agencies have launched a massive manhunt since the 13th of August, when Mandizvidza or Sibling left his station with a car, or a Ford Ranger, and they started to search two particular places in Harare, that is support unit, and they also searched Hatfield police station. So I do not know why they were searching for those two particular police stations, but it means they believe that there are more people who are hiding him in that particular, or in those two particular police stations. So they believe that Sibling was working with someone inside Hatfield police station or inside of support unit. So I'm not sure where support unit is. I'm not very familiar with the police stations in Harare. So on top of that, they also launched a manhunt on the highways or freeways. Zimbabwe doesn't have freeways, it's got more like roads, public roads. And they were able to arrest two more police officers. And these police officers were in a car that broke down. So Albert Moyo is one of the people that was arrested, and Albert has not appeared in court. So Albert Moyo has not appeared in court. And another policeman who ran away, whose name we don't know. So we don't know his name, and we don't know why he ran away. So he was arrested by one of the senior officials, police officials, Mutsvangwa, Superintendent Mutsvangwa, on the, I believe that was near Norton. That is where they arrested him, but I'm going to confirm where they arrested him. And then they also launched a broader national manhunt and eventually managed to get the car at Wairera village, as I mentioned earlier during the week. So what has happened is they believe that there is more to it. It's not one person. The police were taking it seriously, and other arms of the state were involved in searching for the people who were involved. Particularly, you are aware that the Chinese have issued a travel warning in Zimbabwe. So I showed you the travel warning by the Chinese, but I'm going to show you again. And if you go to Gambakwe, you're going to see this travel warning. If you want to see it, the Chinese embassy in Zimbabwe has issued a travel warning. So let us upload, but you can go to Gambakwe to see this travel warning. They have said Chinese sponsored companies. So that is the language they use. Chinese sponsored companies must be careful, and they've given them numbers to contact if they're in danger. This follows the death of a Chinese miner in Shurugwi who was attacked. And it's not clear who attacked the Chinese miner in Shurugwi between the 23rd and the 27th when this was issued. So the Chinese are taking this very seriously. It started earlier than August. And it appears as if there is more to this than just the policeman, the young policeman, making his announcement. You remember the announcement that he made related to something bigger taking place in Zimbabwe, and then the Chinese must leave within 48 hours to allow the conversation to take place. And I think I'll just play it for you, for those who have not seen it.
I am Assistant Inspector Mandizvidza, also known as Sibling. In light of recent developments, I am announcing that I will be taking charge of Zimbabwe Republic Police with immediate effect. We have a task at hand. Inoda mwana wese weZimbabwe tibatirane pamwe chete, mukuru nemudiki. Zvazvinoreva tine dare, hatisi kuda mhirizhonga, hatisi kuda hondo. Nekudaro kukumbirawo iye zvino kuti our president Mr. Mnangagwa mubatsire kuti vaenzi vedu kunyanya maChina vambodzokera kunyika kwavo for now. Ndingakuti muchidimbu maChina tiri kumbokupai 48 hours muchibatsirwa nenyika yeZimbabwe kuti mubude muZimbabwe timboita dare revana veZimbabwe vega.
Okay, so let's recap so that we keep the key points. We said on the 13th, Mandizvidza left his station. He left with a car which was given, and the police are saying it was under false pretenses. Around 1 p.m., they started to call him. He answered his phone and he said he was busy. At 3 p.m., they called him and said he was busy. At around 6 p.m., they then started a manhunt after the release of this video, and they managed to search 2 police stations, which is Hatfield and Support Unit. They then also went on the freeways looking, and they managed to arrest 2, or to find 2 police who they say were bogus. So I don't know how they knew that these were bogus police. And then they arrested 1 who has not appeared in court. Mandizvidza has appeared in court. You saw him in court last week, and he's going to appear again probably on Monday. So that is Mandizvidza here, Sibling, appearing in court with his camera. So it is believed among senior officials that this is widespread. So it's not a one guy being crazy, like what most people think. It is believed to be a wider plot within the police, and the police are taking it seriously. As I said, Albert Moyo has not appeared in court, and we'll see when he appears what they're going to say. So it's very interesting, and also interesting to note who these guys are. Are these really touts? What is happening here? Because this happened around the same time. There's a lot of unlawlessness taking place around Harare, and the police are failing to manage the situation. So the police, especially in Harare, cannot manage the situation. They are unable to cope with the amount of criminality taking place in Harare. So let's see what happens next week. My projection is that there's going to be much more taking place in terms of a manhunt. The problem is the guys who are manhunting are the same guys that are involved. So the police, you can't manhunt the police with the police. So how are they going to do it? Are they going to let out the soldiers to manhunt the police? Are the soldiers going to do it? Are they going to manhunt the police? Or if you let out the soldier to manhunt the police, then you have more people outside that you can't control. This is quite a tricky situation, given the more detail that we've gotten now. It's not a simple matter. It's a more widespread situation taking place within Zimbabwe regarding the police and the general unrest among the security forces. The guys are not happy. They're not getting enough money. And this is part of a wider problem. This young man represents a bigger and a more, there is a more ideology behind what they're doing rather than just announcing garbage. So they made this announcement, but there's more behind it. And I expect to see a lot of changes within the security structures. Once again, like what happened in December, there will be more changes within the military structures and the police structures. So I'd like to thank all of you for watching. This was a short update because I never managed to make an update at 4 o'clock as normal. So tonight at 9:10, I'll advise you on what has happened during our meetings today. And we'll see you again later on at 9:10. And a good night, a good sort of good night to you once again.